Hi guys, welcome to Finesse. Most of us love getting lost in a good mystery. That feeling when a movie keeps you guessing, keeps you thinking, and pulling you deeper with every scene. And with platforms like Netflix, Tubi, Amazon Prime, and many others, there are tons of mystery thriller films out there. But not all of them are worth your time. So today we've put together the top 10 best mystery thriller movies you can watch right now. These are the films that play with your mind, hit you with unexpected twists, and keep you hooked till the very last minute. So let's begin. Number 10. Under the Silver Lake. Sam is a drifting nobody on the sun-bleached streets of Los Angeles. A guy with no job, no direction, and no real reason to get out of bed. Until he meets her, Sarah. The kind of girl who feels like a dream you're scared to blink at, afraid she'll vanish with the morning light. And then she does vanish. One night she's laughing by the pool, the next her apartment is stripped bare. Like she was erased. No explanations, no goodbye. Just the echo of perfume and a sense that something is horribly off. That's when Sam's lazy, drifting existence cracks open. His boredom turns into obsession, his curiosity mutates into paranoia, and he dives headfirst into a glitter-soaked labyrinth hidden beneath the Hollywood glow. Suddenly, Sam is chasing symbols carved into bathroom stalls, secret codes hidden in pop songs, and masked figures lurking in the city's neon shadows. Every clue drags him deeper into the city's rotten underbelly, where billionaires hide underground, starlets disappear without a whisper, and every billboard seems to be talking directly to him. As Sam spirals through parties, conspiracies, and fever-dream encounters, he's forced to confront a darker truth. Maybe the city isn't broken. Maybe he is. Maybe the monsters he's chasing are really the reflections he's running from. Forget the map. Under the Silver Lake isn't a whodunit, it's a hallucination. It's about how obsession feels, how loneliness tastes, the sheer, dangerous need to find a pattern where they might only be static. This city, it rips the glitter right off the surface. All you're left with is the rot, the emptiness. A million people chasing answers they were never meant to find. It's Hollywood. It breathes smoke. It keeps its biggest secrets buried under pool tiles. Strange, seductive, beautifully broken. Number 9. An Honest Life. Simon, a restless law student drowning in the quiet suffocation of privilege and expectations, is coming apart at the seams. Days blend into each other in the marble halls of his elite university, where the wealthy glide effortlessly, and he drifts like a ghost, unseen, unimportant, and increasingly disgusted by the world he's supposed to be part of. But everything shifts the night he crosses paths with Max. A fierce, magnetic anarchist who burns through life with the kind of reckless certainty Simon envies. One encounter spirals into another, pulling him into an intoxicating world of underground politics, stolen luxury, and dangerous ideologies whispered in dimly lit basements. What begins as curiosity becomes compulsion, and suddenly Simon is knee-deep in a life he never imagined. Break-ins, protests, criminal plans, and the seductive thrill of feeling like he finally belongs somewhere, even if that somewhere is burning everything down. Yet the deeper he sinks, the more the cracks show. Max's world isn't a revolution, it's chaos wearing idealism as a mask. And Simon, desperate for meaning, becomes trapped between two extremes. The polished, hypocritical academic world he hates, and the raw, lawless rebellion he barely understands. An Honest Life is a slow-burn psychological thriller about identity, morality, and the terrifying ease with which a lonely mind can be reshaped. Number 8. Rogue Agent. Robert Freegard is the kind of man who walks into your life like a warm smile and leaves it like a wildfire. Charming, soft-spoken, and impossibly convincing, he drifts through the rainy streets of Britain posing as an undercover MI5 operative, recruiting, manipulating, and dismantling lives with the calm precision of a professional liar. For Freegard, the con isn't just a hustle, it's a lifestyle. Each victim becomes another puppet in his quiet, calculated theater of deception. He promises protection, drops whispers of secret missions, and sinks his hooks into their fears until they can't tell reality from the stories he spins. But his game hits a wall when he crosses Alice Archer, a sharp, unshakable woman who refuses to be another ghost in his file. What begins as a flirtation turns into a mental war zone, Alice peeling back his lies layer by layer, determined to expose the darkness hidden beneath his spotless charm. Their cat-and-mouse tension crackles across the screen. As Alice digs deeper, the truth becomes colder, stranger, and far more dangerous. Every answer she uncovers leads her to another victim, another wound, another life left in ruins by a man who wears trust like a mask. Rogue Agent is not a jarring thriller. It's a measured, incisive psychological drama. It is a narrative of deception wrapped in polished courtesy and peril masked by irresistible charisma. The film reveals how one man's fabrications can redefine entire realities, and how one unyielding woman fights to unearth him from obscurity. Number 7. Marlowe. Philip Marlowe is not merely a detective. He is Los Angeles' forgotten echo, a weary silhouette drifting through a city that worships illusions more faithfully than gods. He stalks the boulevards of 1939 like a man stitched together from cigarette ash and unresolved memories, moving in rhythms carved by stale whiskey, failing neon signs, and the long, unbroken hum of Hollywood's machinery of lies. When Claire Cavendish steps into his office, all elegance sharpened into desperation, Marlowe doesn't just take the case takes him. A missing lover, she says. But Marlowe knows better. In this city, missing people are rarely missing. They are erased, pulled into the undertow of moneyed secrets and star-studded corruption. What begins as a simple search becomes a descent into a labyrinth where every velvet curtain hides a rot. Every silver screen smile conceals a fractured truth, and every clue is a whisper from the city's buried conscience. The glamour of Hollywood is only a lacquer. Beneath it festers a kingdom built on bought silence and convenient disappearances. Marlowe becomes less an investigator and more a lone archaeologist of deceit, digging through layers of lies that glitter like broken glass. Every answer is a bruise, every revelation a wound, and the deeper he goes, the more the city seems to fold around him, a serpent swallowing its own tail, tightening its grip on the last honest man foolish enough to wander inside. This film is no chase. It is a slow, hypnotic drift through a twilight world where the past clings like a stubborn shadow, and the truth moves with the cruel patience of a noose tightening. Liam Neeson's Marlowe is a man carved by regret, walking through a Los Angeles that is both dream and graveyard, both altar and ash. Number 6. The Pledge. Jerry Black is a retired detective who doesn't know how to stop being a detective. He's a man carved out of long nights, stale motel rooms, and the quiet terror of unsolved crimes. Florida sun, Nevada dust, none of it warms him. He carries the weight of every missing girl like it's stitched into his coat. When a child's body is found in the icy stillness of a mountain town, Jerry gives the grieving mother a promise, a pledge, that he'll find whoever did this. But a promise like that doesn't fade, it burrows, it eats, it rewires a man's sense of reality. Jerry starts chasing ghosts through abandoned gas stations, lonely highways, and the fractured memories of traumatized witnesses. Each clue pulls him deeper into a maze of suspicion, false leads, and a predator who might be real or only living in the spaces between Jerry's fears. His world becomes a slow-motion collapse, a quiet war between obsession and truth, between a good man's vow and the cold indifference of the world. And when the case spirals beyond logic, Jerry's hunt becomes something darker, the unraveling of a man who can't walk away even when the truth stops caring about him. You realize pretty fast it's not about the crime, it's a terrifying, quiet slide into darkness. That promise he makes? It's less a vow and more a slow-acting poison. Number 5. Faults. Ansel Roth is a man collapsing under the weight of his own failures. Once a respected expert on mind control, he now drifts through life like a ghost in a wrinkled suit, hustling cheap seminars, dodging debts, and eating off coupons he finds in motel lobbies. His world is a flickering neon purgatory of stale coffee, overdue bills, and the bitter aftertaste of a career gone sideways. But everything shifts when he's hired to save Claire, a quiet, unreadable young woman swallowed whole by a mysterious cult. What should be a simple deprogramming job turns into something far stranger, far darker. Locked in a bland motel room that feels more like a psychological battleground, Ansel tries to break Claire's beliefs, only to find his own mind slowly unraveling. Claire doesn't scream, doesn't fight, doesn't plead. She just observes, with the unnerving calm of someone who's already 3 steps ahead. And little by little, the power in the room tilts. Ansel's confidence cracks. His past claws its way in. His techniques fail. The hunter starts feeling like the one being studied. Faults is a suffocating, razor-sharp character study about control, faith, and the terrifying ease with which a broken person can be manipulated. It strips its characters bare, trapping them in a psychological maze where every truth feels like a lie wearing a polite smile. By the time you reach the final twist, the question isn't, what happened to Claire? It's, how did Ansel ever think he was in control? Number 4. Sea of Love. Frank Keller isn't a cop, so much as he is the last crumbling piece of old New York, tired, unshaven, and running on burnt coffee and regret. A detective who's lived too long in the shadows of the city, he moves with a kind of slow, wounded swagger. The kind you only earn after too many failed marriages and too many nights staring at the bottom of a glass. His life is a worn-down routine, until a body sprawled on a bedroom floor snaps him out of his emotional slumber. A man, murdered, with the old record Sea of Love spinning in the background like some eerie lullaby. Then another. The pattern forms, the dread thickens, and Keller is dragged into a cat-and-mouse hunt that reeks of loneliness, desire, and danger. To lure the killer, Frank risks everything, his job, his sanity, even his last scraps of dignity, placing a personal ad and walking willingly into a world of strangers, seduction, and hidden knives. And that's when Helen walks in. Fierce, sharp, magnetic. Too mysterious to trust, too intoxicating to stay away from. She becomes both his escape and his trap. A woman who might be salvation, or the next body on the floor. As Keller sinks deeper into this murky sea of heartbreak, singles, smoky bars, cheap wine, and whispered confessions, the line between hunter and prey blurs. The case isn't just about catching a killer. It's about confronting the jagged loneliness that's been eating him alive for years. Sea of Love is a sweaty, neon-streaked noir about craving connection in a world built on fear and suspicion. It's gritty, intimate, and pulsing with danger, asking a brutal question: what do you risk when the only thing scarier than a murderer is being alone? Number 3. Talaash, the answer lies within. Surjan Singh Shekhawat is more than just a police officer. He is a man filled with a deep, private sorrow that he struggles to overcome. Mumbai is a busy city full of bright lights, but he moves through it feeling like a quiet ghost, half present, half lost in his pain. His old sorrow sticks to him like the city's hot, wet air. His nights are long, fueled by cold tea, late-night paperwork, and a sadness that has become a sharp, constant companion. When a famous movie star's car crashes into the sea on a quiet night, the case doesn't just land on Surjan's desk. It wraps around his life. This single death is the start of a bigger, stranger investigation. A hidden mystery built not just on motive and chance, but on past mistakes and the quiet corners of a city that is always awake. Then there is Rosie, a mysterious woman from Mumbai's shadowy neighborhoods. She walks like someone who holds the city's secrets. She comes to Surjan not with answers, but with observations that quietly challenge his perspective. She is a guide and a warning, a soft voice leading him down paths that the sensible world would prefer to ignore. Beside him is Roshni, his wife. Her sadness is a quiet light, dimmed by the pain they both carry, but can no longer share. Their home is a place of silence and unspoken words, where old memories are louder than the people living there. As Surgeon looks deeper into the case, the line between what is real and what he feels becomes increasingly blurred. The city looks normal and busy, but underneath there is a powerful, unknown current at work. Quiet, persistent, and uncaring about what people choose to believe. Every clue is a little wound, and every discovery is a splinter driven deeper into his already fractured existence. In the end, the truth doesn't come out in a sudden shock. It unfolds slowly, quietly, and sadly, like a long-awaited tide coming in. Number 2. We need to talk about Kevin. Eva Kachadorian is a mother in name, but most days she feels like a permanent outsider in her own life. Once a restless traveler chasing noise, culture, and freedom, she's now trapped in the quiet, suffocating suburbs, a place that feels less like home and more like a punishment she can't escape. Her days are stitched together with forced smiles, cold stares from neighbors, and the unshakable weight of something terrible lodged in her past. And the center of that darkness is Kevin, her son, her responsibility, her lifelong riddle. From the moment he enters the world, Kevin is a storm contained in a child's body. Silent, calculating, and always watching her with eyes that feel older than he is. While other kids chase toys and laughter, Kevin seems more interested in dismantling whatever sliver of peace Eva tries to build. Every tantrum is strategic. Every word is a razor. Every look feels like a warning she can't translate fast enough. But the real fracture in Eva's life comes later, in the brutal, irreversible act that rips her world apart and brands her as a pariah in the very community she tried to belong to. The town spits her out, blames her, punishes her, and she accepts it with the exhausted resignation of someone who's been fighting a battle no one else ever noticed. Suddenly, Eva isn't just dealing with the memory of Kevin's childhood, she's navigating the smoking crater he left behind, forced to confront guilt, fear, and the terrifying possibility that some monsters aren't made, they're born. Number 1. Identity. Identity starts like one of those nights where everything that can go wrong does. A raging storm, a lonely highway, and a rundown motel that feels like it's held together by rust, rainwater, and bad memories. One by one, 10 strangers end up stuck there. Not because they want to be, but because fate corners them with nowhere else to go. Among them is Ed Dakota, a former cop who's trying to move through life quietly, like a man who's learned the hard way that not all scars stay on the skin. He's calm, steady, and carrying more weight inside than he lets on. But the second the first body turns up, the whole place shifts. Fear creeps into every room. Every voice sounds suspicious. Every face looks like it's hiding something. And that storm outside? It starts to feel almost peaceful compared to what's happening inside the motel walls. People begin dying one after the other. Each death leaving behind a motel room key like some sick signature. No explanations, no patterns. Just rising panic and the awful feeling that the killer is always one step ahead. But here's the twist. Identity isn't your average find the killer thriller. It's smarter, stranger, darker. It plays with your head in ways that make you question every scene, every clue, even your own assumptions. And when the truth finally hits, it's not a twist just for shock value. It completely redefines the whole story. John Cusack is outstanding here, grounded, intense, and emotionally sharp. The rest of the cast blends perfectly into this tight, claustrophobic nightmare where nobody feels safe, not even the audience. Some thrillers keep you guessing. Identity keeps you doubting everything, the characters, the plot, and even the reality you're watching. And that's it for today's list, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Finesse for more great movie recommendations.